Eating is one of the most complicated human experiences, especially in today's world. Like, who do we trust? Do we trust our government with the Canadian Food Guide? What about the internet with a multitude of diets? For me, when I made health my #1 priority, that's when things changed. My food became very simple. So I was going to share today what one of my meals look like. Tonight we're going to be having spaghetti and meatballs, my version of spaghetti and meatballs. So starting off with organic meat, organic beef. I just used beef. I didn't use any fillers, nothing with a flour base. So I literally started with just ground beef, not even an egg, and added my favorite spices. So I have Italian seasoning, some parsley, some chives, garlic and onion. Garlic and onion are often in my dishes. And then for some moisture, I added some Worcestershire sauce. And I didn't bother even cooking it in oil because there's enough in the meat. So I fried them up, and you can see here they keep their form just fine. You don't need all those additional fillers like the flour or the crushed soda crackers. Just strictly meat and spices. So going forward, I'm going to have spaghetti squash rather than pasta. So this is a gluten-free meal. And with this, all I am going to do is sprinkle a little bit of avocado oil, specifically avocado oil because it takes a high heat, meaning at its smoking point, it's actually in Celsius, 260 degrees Celsius. That's how high it can go before it becomes carcinogenic. So I'll just sprinkle a little bit on that and I'll pop it in the oven when I'm ready to eat it. And the star of the show is broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. It's one of the 5 cruciferous foods. So it's an excellent source of vitamin C and K. Vitamin C builds collagen, which forms body and bone tissue, including hair and nails. Vitamin C is also a power antioxidant, which we know protects the body from damaging free radicals that are cancer causing. So it's also a great source of dietary fiber and a good source of vitamin A, B1, B6, and E, as well as potassium and copper. So the best cooking method, I learned this approximately, I don't know, it was about 6 months ago. I was listening to a biochemist, and she was saying that in order to get the best nutrients and make it more bioavailable to us, meaning just that we can absorb it better into our circulatory system when it's introduced to our body, is to boil it no more than 1 minute, but ideally steam it. The best way to do is steam it, and not for more than 5 minutes if you're steaming it. So I've already pre-cooked it, it's ready to go, and I may just heat it up or I'll just eat it on the cool side with my dinner. And then lastly, I've got some mushrooms cooking. Mushrooms are also a great anti-cancer food, and they're just obviously add so much flavor. I try to include them in our diet probably upwards of 5 times a week, and I'll make that in my sauce. So I'm just going to share with you how I make this sauce. It's going to be a creamy sauce this time. And again, you do not need the flours for thickening. So we need to just change our thinking and go just straight cream. So when I'm ready to make my cream sauce, I'm literally just going to add some cream to my frying pan where the mushrooms are. And then once it starts to thicken on its own, I'll turn the heat off and I'll use that to just kind of pour and drizzle over my spaghetti sauce with my meatballs. And that is how I do spaghetti and meatballs. I have to tell you, it tastes fantastic. This is so easy. Literally anybody can do it. And I'll always say, if I can do it, I know you can do it. Thanks for listening. Thank you for your time. Take care and God bless.